Desde el inicio de la epidemia, Brasil ha enfrentado el VIH con determinación y fue uno de los primeros países en ofrecer tratamiento antirretroviral gratuito para que las personas viviendo con el VIH puedan llevar una vida personal y profesional plena. Sin embargo, la estigmatización de personas que viven con el VIH aún existe. El sistema de las Naciones Unidas en Brasil ha puesto en marcha una estrategia interagencial para hacer frente al estigma y la discriminación en el lugar de trabajo.
Que certamente seria bastante proveitoso.
Estava ali em cima. Aqui nesta
Jacqueline
sala
es parte del
estamos
equipo
às
interagencial
14
UN
horas.
Cares,
Então, de
un programa
antemão,
que
o
incluye a
grupo,
todos los
eu
funcionarios
peço
y
aos senhores e
funcionarias
às
de las
senhoras
Naciones Unidas en Brasil.
Já.
Crenças, esperança. Tenho amor, tristeza, alegria, opinião e lembranças. Tenho sonhos e desejos. Tenho responsabilidades e direitos. Igual a você, quero respeito.
I'm married, I have my husband, my documents are female, so I am legally, physically, mentally a woman, and I'm happy. But I have not always been a woman physically, and my colleagues, most of them know it, it's public. But I don't usually talk about that. But I was what people say, a transsexual. I was born a boy. And during my life, but I understood myself since I was a very, very young child as a girl. People are not so used to work with, let's say, one transsexual. I would like to say I don't identify myself as a transsexual any longer. I identify myself as an ordinary woman with a lot of onus and some bonus as well. And I have never been discriminated by my colleagues because I live with HIV. So discrimination, I can say that there isn't. But stigma, yes. If I'm having an ice cream and I offer somebody and that person knows that I am HIV, if that person, no matter if it's an UN person or any other, doesn't really know enough information on ways of transmission, that person might tell me, which has happened to me already, oh no, thank you very much, I don't like this flavor, or whatever it is. Okay, then you might ask, is this discrimination? No, this person is not discriminating me. Now, stigma is the concept you have. So frankly, when it comes to stigma in the UN system, some people lack information and continuous education, because information is not only enough, it's crucial. You need information. You need to know ways of transmission. But you might have this information once. You learned. You have the knowledge. But it didn't become a practice in your life. You have to have contact with that every single day, every week, at school, at home, at your work environment. You have to discuss about those issues. Those issues such as sexuality, drug use, HIV, violence against women. We can't simply pretend that these things are far away from us and they don't exist. We have to discuss about these issues. Just by discussing, by talking, by pronouncing the word that many people avoid and deny. People living with HIV and AIDS, get in touch with them. And then
People have a lot of stigma and prejudice, and some of them don't know it's a stigma because they think it's natural or they have an image. And one of our activities will be to have people living with HIV/AIDS here talking to them, a dialogue.
So we have colleagues that have families with the virus or with AIDS. We have family members, we have friends, and it's important for all of us to understand the importance of to prevent HIV/AIDS in the work environment and in our lives.
I don't have friends that say they know people with HIV, but I believe that if they get in touch with somebody, if they knew it has HIV, they would stay like with a foot behind. They wouldn't like touch the people They know you can't get like that, but everybody's afraid, you know? And the guys of our age, they like, oh, I will never get that, so why use condoms if they think, oh, there's a treatment, and they don't face it like seriously. I talked with them, oh, I went to a course, and it was really cool. I met Jacqueline, and she talked about her life, and she has HIV, and I say those things to them, and I say how important it is. Because the things we learn at school are like more the symptoms of the disease, what the virus do with the cells, but not like how to deal with people, only how to prevent, but it's much more bigger in UN, you know, these courses.
You take for granted that because those people work for the United Nations, humanitarian work, you think they are perfect, that all of them understand everything, they are so nice, and it's not this. They are, but they are people, they are human beings, that's what I mean. So I learned even to respect their difficulties and their limits as I wanted them to respect mine. And under the umbrella of human rights, I'm just like you, and you're just like me. But we're not the same.